I'm Dude, and here is the news. Today we're coming to you at, Thursday, July 14th. And word has gotten out from Donald Trump and his election group and all the rest of those guys. The word is now leaking out as to who will be the vice president and his running mate for his election potential to be president of the United States. We are talking about, of all people, Indiana Governor Mike Pence. Now, looking at him on his surface, he's a constitutionalist. He's a conservative. He's for gun rights. And if anybody knows me here on any, and I do mean any of my videos, you know I am a one-item voter. I vote for one item. That is the only thing I judge anybody by any stretch of a roller in terms of politics, is I judge them for only one. Let me put that away. I judge them by only one thing. I judge them strictly by gun rights. Now, of all things that Pence has done, of all the things that Pence has done while he was in his governorship, current governorship, was he put a law into place that states Cleo, as in Chief Law Enforcement Officer, must, and I do mean must, not even has a choice in the matter, must, is absolutely obligated to sign off on forms for Title II. Read like suppressors, read like fully automatic weapons, read like short-barreled shotguns, short-barreled rifles, pistols with a stock on board, which makes them a short-barreled rifle. Those guys have to sign the paperwork. Now, by and large, the NRA, I think, rates him exceedingly high. Let's just take a quick look here. NRA, ILA, they say he's good. You know, has to sign within 15 days if the applicant is not prohibited by law from receiving it. By removing any possibility of personal bias and creating a statewide standard, House Bill 1085 protects the right of law-abiding gun owners across the Hoosier state. The bill passed the House of Representatives with an 87-8 vote and the Senate with a 45-5 vote. And it takes effect on July 1st, which means it's in place now, 2016. So, by and large, Governor Mike Pence has got a ridiculous amount of pro-gun type of thinking. For these guys to do this stuff, that is exceedingly cool. So let me just do one quick here. I'm going to look him up by his NRA rating. Real time, doing it to you right now. It's being annoying, okay? Okay, they're now making it obnoxious to try to find stuff on anybody. And I can see this stuff coming, okay? Google does all kinds of goofy stuff that they do to make it harder to find people. So he's actually spoken at the NRA ILA Leadership Forum. So he is exceedingly pro-gun in that respect. I'm thinking, I'm going to say he rates exceedingly high. I mean, he's doing stuff like that. I'm going to say he rates probably an A from the NRA. It's one of these things where you go on the website, you try to find something quick, and it just doesn't do it, okay? It's roughly the same stupid page. Ugh. Gotta love when you can't find something quick, you know? So if I need to do some editing here, that's why I'm doing some editing. Okay, so I found a listing here on gunsandammo.com. They listed literally the best and worst states for gun owners. So number one is going to be, of all things, Arizona. Number 2 is Vermont. Number 3 is Alaska. Number 4 is Utah, and I knew that. I mean, Utah is awesome for gun rights. 5 is Kentucky. 6 is Wyoming. 7 is Alabama. 8 is Kansas. 9 is Missouri. 10 is New Hampshire. I thought New Hampshire would have been higher. 11 is Montana. 12 is Florida. 13 would be Georgia. 14 would be South Carolina. 15 would be Texas. I'm surprised it isn't higher. 16 is Indiana. So Indiana's CCW, or Carry Concealed Weapons Permit, is among the strongest in the nation, with permits issued without training to residents and non-residents for only $10 per year. If you're an open carry kind of person, that's fine with the Hoosier state. The state recognizes permits from all other states, and the use of force laws get 8 out of 10 points. Short barrel shotguns are now allowed under law by July 1st. Sound familiar? And no restrictions are imposed upon tactical firearms or magazine capacity. Ba-bam, right there. This guy is coming out of his own state as a sound, very sound gun rights guy who's seeing the state laws for what they are and going, no, don't like it. I'm going to fix this. So looking at things the way they look right now, Donald Trump has done something very, very, very bright. He said, okay, I could have gotten Gingrich, but Gingrich is 73 years old. I'm 70 years old. And it's kind of the old guard, and people might get turned off with that. Mike Pence is only 57 years old. He's about the same age as when George Bush, as in GWB, went into office. So he's going in there as not an old guy. He's going in there with plenty of experience. He's coming out of a state that is doing awesome. You can ask anybody. With him in office, Indiana is kicking major ass. He is really, truly doing some good stuff there. By and large, something else too, the LGBT guys, let's do this right. The LGBT guys hate him. I do mean hate him. Why? Because in 2000 he stated that Congress should oppose any effort to recognize homosexuals, quote, as a discrete and insular minority entitled to protection that anti-discrimination laws similar to those extend to women and ethnic minorities. Bam! He said you guys are not any different than anybody else. Stop calling yourself something that you're not. He called it, quote, an audit to ensure that federal dollars no longer being given to organizations that celebrate and encourage the types of behaviors that facilitate the spreading of the HIV virus, and instead advocated that resources be directed towards the conversion therapy programs. So he's pretty much a fairly sound religious guy stating, look, if you don't want to be gay, you can choose not to be gay, but you're choosing to be gay. And also because you are a small, distinct minority, you don't get to make everybody else bend to your will. Also, he opposes same-sex marriage and civil unions. Now, I would have a little bit of a differing opinion on that one. I think that a civil union should be applied instead of a same-sex marriage. I don't believe that homosexual marriage is a marriage, because to marry two things is you put two things together and you get a third thing that's alloyed between those two previous things to make something new and unique. He's referred to Harvard sociologist Picharim Sorokin's findings that throughout history, societal collapse is brought about by the deterioration of marriage and family. He has advocated the constitutional same-sex marriage ban, which he did not champion for diversity. So basically, he's pretty much saying that us ramming the homosexual agenda down our throats is not a good thing. Also, he's an advocate for federal restrictions on online gambling. Never a bad thing. That stuff is just bad juju with all the bitcoins and all the rest of that crazy stuff. It is not good stuff. Let's see. After the Supreme Court of the United States upheld the Affordable Care Act on June 28, 2012, Pence, in a closed-door meeting, said the ruling upholding the health care law was similar to the September 11th terrorist attacks. So he made a statement, but then he immediately apologized for making a statement because he was being a political-minded guy. Truthfully, what he did was he was stating his opinion. He didn't want it to be made public. When it got to be made public, he said, okay, fine, I probably shouldn't have said that, but you know what? That's how I feel. The Affordable Care Act is crap. He's against it. Trump's against it. Both these guys kick ass, and I would love to see them in the White House doing a good job, one counterparting the other, because all the shortfalls that Trump has for the political stuff, Pence has. Now, the other thing, too, is Pence also, and this is the dirty, dirty little secret, he has also graduated law school, worked as an attorney in a private practice, continued to practice law following his second unsuccessful run in Congress. 91, he became the president of Indiana Policy Review Foundation, a self-described free market think tank and member of the State Policy Network. left the Indiana Policy Review Foundation in 94, began a career in talk radio, hosting the Mike Pence Show, which I think I've actually heard him doing. Let's see. Is that the other thing? He's actually, I think he's filled in for a couple guys, and he was a good host. I remember him being very engaging, great to listen to, and very, very knowledgeable. Now, he's actually done a couple runs on the representatives, getting congressional district, and of course became the governor in, let's see, he became the governor, I think 2010? No, he became the governor in 2012, okay? So I don't know what the time and term is in Indiana for governor, but if you think about it, 2012, 2016, if it's a 4 or 5 year term, he's getting ready to run out of there anyway, so good times. I think it might be a 4-year term. So he's getting ready to get out of office anyway, and he's a good egg. I have no problem whatsoever throwing the lever for both of these guys. I think they're going to be major, just great attributes to just pump the other guy up in their shortcomings and just become a good, cohesive thing to just completely kick ass and fix a lot of problems that we have. Mr. Trump, you have chosen a good egg, and I'm going to definitely throw the lever for you guys. If I wasn't going to before, no, that's not even going to happen. I'm definitely throwing the lever now. I would have thrown the lever for anybody that he would have run with. I wasn't crazy about Chris Christie, but Mike Pence is an awesome choice, and I think he's going to be an awesome vice president. I'm going to break up with this one, folks. Eat good, keep it centering, as always, you know you love it. Oh, Hillary, you are about to go, you're going to be like a effing hand puppet, and I want to really, really cuss here, but the bitch from Benghazi needs to go down. I'll see you guys later.